It says, best man for a day, best friend for life. There you go. And I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes, I also got him a wedding present. That's not the wedding present. All right. So, to get into the toast, gosh, what's it been? It's almost been 10 years since Tom and I met each other. It feels like 3 or 4. You know, it really does. You know, it's amazing how old we get so fast. You know, it goes by in a blink. I can remember, when Tom and I started to get to know one another, we would go to Havana Club, back when that was a thing in the city, and we'd go to networking events on a Tuesday and a Thursday. We could do that, and then after the networking events, we would walk over to Power Plant. For those of you that are out of town, that's where all the clubs and the bars were, very popular back in the day. And we'd go there on Tuesday, Thursdays, and we'd party all night, right? And back in the day, we could get up on a Wednesday and a Friday on no sleep and be productive at our work days. You know what I mean? But now, being in our older years, you couldn't pay me enough money to go out on a Tuesday. That just doesn't happen. But again, Tom's been a genuine friend to me over the years. He's always been there for me. So I just want to tell him and Vanessa, now that they're a team, and again, in front of 2 amazing families and amazing friends, that'll always be there for you through good times and bad. If you need me, you call me and I'm here, okay? No question. So I want to sing Tom's praises a little bit if I could. We all know Tom's a very successful attorney. I've watched him build his practice over the few years, and it did not come easy. He is a self-made, successful attorney. Put a lot of time in to make that happen. He's got a successful office in Ocean City, and he's got a successful office here in Baltimore. And I can tell you, if any Ocean City, Maryland goers? Anybody? A lot of out-of-towners, so probably not. But I can tell you, as someone who goes to Ocean City a lot, Tom rectified 2 massive billboards with his mug right up there heading into Ocean City. Okay? I gotta tell you, when I go there, and I didn't even know until the last time my girlfriend Jen and I went, he's actually got one on the way back, which is smart, being that he's a DUI, DWI lawyer, you know what I mean, on the way back so they can get his information. But he's put a lot of time in, and a little superlative that came up when we were pre-gaming earlier is his firm was listed the 5th largest growing law firm in the country. So a little golf clap for that. But that's not all. It's not just law that Tom has been successful in. He's an accomplished actor. He's done a lot of community theater, a lot of television over the years. He's also probably the best Sinatra-esque type singer I've ever heard. Right? You have a cheers for that too? Yeah. I think we're all going to get the pleasure to hear him sing a song or 2, and maybe 3 later, right? Yes. So, and then a 4th thing I would add, and I don't know if I'm allowed to tell him this, but for years and years he's been telling me he's writing a book. So I haven't seen the book. I don't know what it's about. It's TBD, so you have to ask him about that later. But I think the whole point of the matter is Tom's always been a driven, hard-working guy, right? And when you put that kind of time in and you're that driven and you use all the God-given talents that you're given like Tom was blessed with, success comes shortly after that. So Tom's had a lot of successes over the years, and I'm proud of them. And with those successes comes a certain level of happiness, right? And I can say over the last 7-8 years, if there was such a thing as a happiness meter, Tom would be like a even keel 7-8 out of 10. And over the years, no, it gets better, it's always better. Over the years, I've seen a couple girlfriends come and go, but his happiness level has stayed the same. Until Vanessa came along. She changed things. I can tell you, clap, clap. As everyone in this room knows, when one of your friends meets that significant other and it's that special, well, they kind of fall off the map, right? So when Vanessa came into Tom's life, a lot of my calls and texts went unanswered for a little while. But when I did see him a couple months later, you could tell there was something different about him. Right? He had a glow about him, and I can tell you what made me the happiest was his happiness was a 10 out of 10, right? No question. And that's really what matters most in life. Right? That's all it is. That's not just what tonight is for. In life, it's about finding that something or that someone that makes you that happy. And I couldn't be happier that they have that. People get married for a lot of reasons these days. But when you have that love, that foundation, that desire for one another, those kind of relationships don't just test, the fact, they don't just test time, rather. They flourish they prosper, and they strive together. And I look forward to watching them do that over the rest of their lifetime. So with that, I'd like to raise a glass, but I don't have one, so I gotta go grab one. There we go, there we go. I'd like to give another congratulatory toast, because I'm sure they're gonna get a lot. To Tom, actually, you know what? Tom, you don't get to be the boss anymore, everyone here knows that. So to Vanessa and Tom, congratulations.